Hey everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is Ten of Swords. Okay, it looks to me like you are recovering from something. Ten of Swords can be a difficult, tricky, complicated situation that has come to an end. I'm seeing Ace of Swords coming out. Something feels clarified after all. So when we have Ten of Swords, it can indicate a difficult chapter that we are closing out or a difficult situation that's coming to an end. Four of Swords is then going to be the mindful recovery from that, sort of getting into a place where you feel like you can begin a new chapter. So Ten of Swords is going to be an ending that culminates. Four of Swords is going to be getting back to a place where you feel like you've established energetic and mental equilibrium. And then Ace of Swords is going to be the beginning of a next chapter. And you can feel actually quite clear having that Ace of Swords there. This can be a time of breakthrough as well. Or it can be a time when you feel like your mind is sort of cleared. And you know where to go moving forward. So this is something that's happening. This is going to be the recovery, okay? Then you'll feel like I'm clear and I'm ready to start. And I feel like I have closed up and sort of sewn up what needed to be. And now I can move forward. So with this, when you feel like you're in that spot where your mind feels clear, you're thinking clearly, you can feel like you're in a place of balance, you can feel like totally present as well with that Ace of Swords, then you're ready to move forward. This can also mean that after an ending, there's some type of break and then there's movement. So it can be breaking out of a period of silence, quiet, recovery. I'm seeing this open up opportunity. Okay. I guess as well, what this can mean too is that when we have Ten of Swords, it can mean like in the past something had come to an end and then there had been silence or there had been a break or space. And then having that Ace of Swords and having a message can indicate that something sort of announces itself and comes through, like a move being made or like a message that's being sent. And then having Wheel of Fortune, this can sort of change things around, switch things around. This can open avenues that weren't really there before. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is connected with what we want. So this type of change or this type of opportunity or this thing happening or this move being made, it can actually open the door to something that you want. It can lead you in that direction. And having then the World here can mean that this is a new chapter that is beginning. Some of you, I'm seeing this is connected with an offer. This looks like a repair that's happening. Maybe something went down between you and another person and you can be beginning a new chapter where there's some type of collaboration or repair. It feels like something had happened and that being a key piece of this being important. So after something had happened and it looks like something difficult that happened, you could have even had a situation that could have potentially been left there, but it feels like maybe even reworking that. Maybe 2 to see if this is something that can turn solid. I am seeing there having been a recovery period. Okay. 3 of Pentacles and Strength, I'd say that it may not be the easiest to work with in this, but it is possible if everybody is a willing participant within that. Like if the right attitude is there. Yeah, I'm seeing a breakthrough with a painful situation. I'm also seeing that there had been taking time to heal as well. Like there could have been something being worked on, but then there could have been sort of like pulling away from that to reconnect and even to collect oneself. So there can even be a space between these things, like something happened and then there being a space in between of like pausing, reset, recovering, these types of things. And then I'm seeing it get to a point where it feels like something is happening again after things weren't happening for a minute. So it's kind of like things were going and then things stopped and then things getting picked back up again. Working through this may not feel like an easy thing to do here, but having Strength there, I do believe that this is possible. I'm hearing the word recovery. Yeah, this is definitely something that can be worked on. I get this sense of there being this growing out of something, painful. I also too feel like there is a really important breakthrough, there is a really important understanding, and that can leave one in a place where there's like some type of anxiety or even fear that's connected with the unfolding of things. But I'm not seeing this be a feeling or like a mental state that ends up staying. This feels like actually something that's going to transform through the process. I'm seeing there be taking a time to heal, taking time to recover, to really focus on one's self, soul, heart, to focus on one's dreams, to focus on one's ideals. I feel as well like this is going to allow for a bounce back to be happening. And it does appear to me like something has culminated, like you working together on something or working on something has now reached something that it needed to reach, like a point, or it has like accomplished something that it needed to accomplish. And there's definitely a focus here on there being some type of recovery, I think, to regain balance, and there can even be regaining a sense of normalcy too. I feel as well like there's a break out of something where like the situation becomes clear. So if there had been maybe an unknown, something along the lines of that, it doesn't feel like that's happening anymore. And I get to this need to honor yourself, to honor how you feel. even if it means having to face something that can feel difficult to do here, maybe just because there's change that's involved. Like that can be a big connection here. Because there's something about the Wheel of Fortune that feels sort of like the Wheel of Fortune is coming through to benefit you. It's connected with fated events and whatnot, and the movement of flow that we are meant to sort of be following here. And it can speak as well about shifts that are going on. That Nine of Swords can be like not feeling totally connected and in a place of trust for what's going on, but I'm not seeing you remain in that place. I'm seeing that something like this is something that maybe little by little or over time, that feeling is going to go away. And I think that it's going to be replaced with a sense of confidence. That's the feeling that I'm getting from this. And I get too that this is connecting you with what you want on a deeper level. Like it's connecting you with where you are now and what's resonating with you now. And that is going to be well worth going through a time period like this. So at the end of the day, this is delivering you somewhere, something that you want to be connecting with. And I'd say as well that there's something emotionally that you are going through, that you are processing, that you are finding your way through, and reconnecting with yourself and reconnecting with your heart as you move through this. Having that Ten of Swords and having strength, this can be an ending that you are recovering, something that has taken place, something that has happened, that you are like finding your footing once again, but it can be something that feels really, really difficult to go through right now. However, I'm seeing you feel clear on what's going on. It can just be sort of even though you can feel clear on things and you can feel like there's a breakthrough with things, that doesn't mean that you're not still impacted by what's happening. And so it feels too like there's kind of a recovery that's taking place. And I'm seeing like something that you've been doing, something that you've been tending to. It feels like the path is shifting a bit here. And there's a need to sort of move with the flow in the direction of that. And I am seeing a very big chapter completing, and I'm also seeing that there's going to be an opening of a new chapter, and this being something that's big. Some of you too, what I'm being brought back to is that this can mean that you had been collaborating with something or someone on something, and it feels like it has reached some type of, it needed to go somewhere, it needed to reach something, and it can feel like something was completed that needed to be completed, something was accomplished that needed to be accomplished, and now you are working with the closing out of a chapter, and that's happening too. And seeing us end with the Empress, but we have Temperance before it, I'd say that this is actually moving in a direction that's going to feel even more empowering for you, and you're going to feel aligned with your values, which is really going to have you feeling like you're in the right place. And it feels like this ending was really important to happen so that you could feel that. Meaning, when we are in a place that's connected with our values and that is aligned, we will feel at peace. We will feel in harmonious flow with our lives. We will feel a sense of connection. We will feel a sense of compatibility. So rather than feeling like reaching and missing or things not translating or there being a lack of compatibility, this is going to help you feel like things are the way that they're meant to be, and you will feel settled because of that. So that will be like the overall feeling from this. That will be, and yeah, that's what I'm seeing be going on here. So I definitely say that overall this process, having the World and having the Empress here, that all of this has been about you learning more about your values, you learning about your personal power, becoming more connected with yourself, and understanding congruence with yourself. And it seems too like you have learned a lot from all of the pain actually that you've gone through. Like you've used this in a way where you have advanced, you have learned, you've used this in a productive way, and it feels like now a shift can occur. And so even though you have the truth here and it's sort of like staring you in the face, at the same time it feels like something is now going to happen, like things can happen now. Everything else may have felt sort of like a building up to this point, and now something's going to happen and things are moving now. So it definitely doesn't feel stagnant at this point. I see too that emotionally you're going to be coming around, but there can be a part of you that feels like anxiety about the future, fear about the future, feeling unsettled about things, or like what's going to be happening, and that's the unknown, or like this feels really uncomfortable to me. That is not, you're not going to stay feeling like that. So just know this. It's just a very temporary, transient feeling that you have around you, but it's a like current that you're working through, and you're not going to stay feeling like that, okay? I'd say that you're even going to start feeling more and more optimistic about things, even though you may feel like quite the opposite of that. Because you could just be feeling upset now, some of you. But you're not going to stay feeling like that. This is something that you are definitely going to move through. And I'm not seeing this is going to last for a long time. I feel like you are going to be weaving through this. Give yourself time to recover. It feels like this is something major that you're meant to rebalance after this. I do feel too like this is about reconnecting with what you want on a very deep level, and so this will be worth it. Like it seems like that's what this is for. You know, like if you're doing this to have your heart feel like it's connected on the deepest level that it's meant to be, isn't it all worth it? And it may not be easy to honor this within you. However, as you're connecting more and more, it will be well worth it. Just maybe hard to see that right now. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.